Alright guys, so I'm going to start off the video a little bit more serious than I usually do for the intro portion of this video. I don't want to give people the wrong idea that I'm making fun of the victims of what we've been experiencing for the past couple of years. I don't want people to think I'm making fun of them in any hearted way. My heart obviously goes out to everybody that was affected by this, whether it was, mentally, maybe you had some family members, everything like that. Like, I obviously, my heart goes out to you. But in the current situation that we're in right now, it seems like we're in a never-ending cycle, right? So I think people are starting to realize this. Most of the people watching this video aren't stupid, right? They don't like to be, conned out of, their way of life or their money for that matter. And I think we all just need to sit back and have a laugh at the situation that we're in right now. So the reason I'm even making a video on this topic was I was actually on Instagram the other day, right? And that shop portion on Instagram, you're able to shop and buy things. Well, I'm not joking here. This is not a Photoshop. I found on my homepage of the shop tab on Instagram that there was a keychain, right? And the keychain said vaccinated. And I put my phone down and I was like, that's it. I'm making a video about this. There's got to be a ton of memes about our current, state in this whole pandemic, right? So we're just gonna, get into it. I have a couple of facts to share with you first because there are a slew of memes that I probably can't even cover in one video. Definitely hit that like button if you want to see part 2 of this. It's basically, just a couple of facts and then memes that we're just gonna get into. All right, so let's just jump into it. The first thing that kind of even got me, even more riled up about this is Pfizer. So Pfizer, they advertise on CNN, they advertise on multiple news stations other than CNN, but they got their paws in a lot of different things. They fund a lot of the news stations that people watch on a daily basis. I, for myself, like to watch individual creators report on news instead, but regardless, Pfizer reported their third quarter earnings, which are $24.1 billion, okay? That is absurd. Just for the third quarter, they earned that much money. On top of this, for the full year so far, based off of some technical ranges and stuff like that, their yearly earnings, they haven't reported on fourth quarter yet. So far, in 3 quarters, they have a revenue that ranges from 81 to 82 billion dollars. I'll just take a couple of mil, Pfizer. Don't worry about it, right? So after all that, the Pfizer CEO, and this is from Breaking 911, I don't know how you guys feel about that Twitter profile, but basically they haven't really gotten anything wrong or spread direct misinformation from this particular topic. But the Pfizer CEO says a fourth blank shot. I'm not going to say it because I know YouTube's going to, put this video under the rug or something like that if I say the word. It says a fourth blank shot will be needed, quote unquote, sooner than expected due to the new variant. And this is according to CNBC. And I swear to you, I don't think I've laughed this hard in a couple of months. Let's just break down some of these memes, guys. It's just absolute comedy at this point. If you don't think what we're living through right now isn't obvious, you're probably part of the problem and you're probably getting conned, right? So right out the gate, we have someone on Instagram and it obviously has that, stupid notification underneath the post because, the internet and social media is pretty biased. But this person posted, Pfizer wants to thank ... all the taxpayers for a record $37 billion profit last quarter. Special thanks goes out to the 800 lobbyists and all that bought and paid for politicians. Couldn't have done it without your great cooperation. And there's this other one. It goes, I got vaccinated, but if you get vaccinated, my vaccination will work gooder. Oh boy. Let's see this one. Oh, it's just it's just a meme of a couple of guys. This guy's got 4 of them. Looks like the other guy on the right's got 4 of them as well. And then they got number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's just an endless slew of these needles. Oh boy, oh boy. I hope that's not actually real life, but I also thought we wouldn't be here about a year ago, but here we are. This other one is a Batman meme. It's kind of overused, but I think it's pretty funny. He goes, "I'm fully vaccinated," and he goes, "You'll never be fully vaccinated," and smacks him across the face. Let's look at this one right here. "What do you mean you don't have your 12th booster shot?" It's like probably a nurse or a doctor, and obviously special thanks to all the medical people out there. I know that you got it rough right now, and you probably had it rough even a couple of years ago. But yeah, this one's pretty funny as well. Let's look at this one. 2025, me trying to find my 34th booster shot receipt so I can buy a sandwich. Oh boy. And for anyone that lives in New York, right? Like, I don't personally live in New York, but just based off of what I've been told, people need to have their ID with them, like their vaccination ID, to get and to eat into restaurants, which I think is absolutely absurd. Like, if you said that a couple of years ago, everyone would have been like, nah, you're just over exaggerating or a conspiracy theorist. But here we are once again. A bunch of executives going, and now all we gotta do is keep telling them there's new variants. And that's probably what they're saying too, because it went from 2 doses to now a third booster. We just skipped the third booster overall as a requirement. The CEO saying 4 boosters, or 2 boosters on top of your 2 doses, so that's 4 jabs. This is unreal, man. Watching the triple vaxxers turning on the double vaxxers, bro. That's something that I've actually noticed too. Like, people are starting to get really antsy if you didn't get your booster yet. They're trying to make fun or I guess degrade the people that are got their 2 doses but didn't get the booster shot, right? And then we got this one over here. "Yes, I can see the test results of the vaccine are safe and effective." And it's a dude holding a stack of cash with a telescope, and he's labeled as the FDA. And you can even see there's a little exclamation point in the lower right hand corner of this meme, and it probably has to do with social media trying to censor these memes, but I can't help but laugh. This one I've seen so many times, but it's a person with this double mask. It's got like a scanner on his forehead, and he's got a bunch of needles all over him and in his eyeballs. He goes, "I hope my government will let me go outside today." Honestly, man, obviously this thing is over exaggerated, but I mean, we are now gonna maybe require 4 jabs in total. That is just crazy to me. So, when you hear that, when you go from 2 to 4, this really isn't that conspiracy theorist-esque, I guess. Let's go to this one. And you can see, look, another social media censorship bar, and it goes, "Now available from a totalitarian government near you," and it's a Pfizer loyalty card. It's got dose 1, dose 2, booster 1, booster 2. I don't even know what that says. I think that says Bell's palsy. Oh my gosh. And then booster 3, 4, 5, 6, and then death. Oh boy. And there's another thing. I'll try to show a quick little article screenshot, but it basically is saying that Pfizer's not going to release all their data until 2093, and the average life expectancy in the States is in the 70s, I believe. So, we're living in 2021 right now. The average life expectancy is 70 some odd years, and they're trying to release, the data in 2093. I mean, do your math there. This isn't too far off. Maybe everyone will be dead by the time they need their 6th booster. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and this one, the complier. This guy's got a bunch of quotes. "I just want to travel. It's safe and effective. I got my Vax passport to eat at my favorite restaurants. Got my after every jab. Pandemic of the unvaccinated. Don't want to overwhelm the hospitals. I'm complying." That's something that I also realized too, all jokes aside. Everyone's saying "Oh, I'm following orders, I'm following the science," but if you look at the statistical data, there's no reason for all of this. This may be my opinion, right? But I mean, if you look at the age brackets that are even, affected by this at a severe basis, I'm pretty sure it's everyone that belongs in either a nursing home or is obese or has diabetes. No joke, all jokes aside, that's literally, if you look at the statistical data, that's what it says. And then on top of this, there's a couple of other quotes. secretively excited about new variants because they can comply more. Scheduled my 4th booster. Why won't you comply? Don't be selfish. And they say he's a survivor, and he's got the Pfizer tattoo, and then another like meme on the like his right shoulder, and he goes, "We can do it, man." It's just unreal at this point, right? Like, you can't help but laugh at this situation, but obviously, you know, some people are trying to bring up the people that were affected as the joke. No, the joke is like Big Pharma and all these different companies trying to now take advantage of everybody, pull the wool over everyone's eyes. And hopefully this video gets out there. I don't know if it'll get 100 views, 1,000 views, who knows, right? But the only way like we can actually keep this conversation going, and so that I can make more memes about this or look at more memes with you guys about this, is if you hit that like button, all right? Don't forget to subscribe. I'm not just like, you know, talking about this stuff. I'm talking about video game news. I just made fun of the Spider-Man and the Avengers game the other day, and like that popped off, so appreciate all your support on that. But I'm going to stop rambling, all right? Go away.